Hey guys, welcome to the new video, and this one is going to be a full day of eating. As you guys know from my second video, I think, I am still bulking and we are in a full lockdown. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do a clean bulk in kind of a tight budget, and I will show you a push home workout with only a bench press at home. In a clean bulk I mean we're gonna eat 3,500 calories with the macros in percentages of 60% of carbohydrates, 25% of protein and 15% of fat, which comes out to, for people who use grams, 525 grams of carbohydrates, 219 grams of protein and only 58 grams of fat. Yeah, with that said, let's get in the video and let's get into the first meal. So for this first meal, I got my trusty scale out, and we're gonna weigh out what we're gonna get. So this is the cornflakes I really like. It maybe is not as clean or as lean as you would like, but you can always put in something into your schedule or into your diet if you know how to work around it. So this has chocolate in it, but I really like this in the morning, so I made sure I can eat this in my diet. So fun fact, Jason Momoa, Aquaman, he is a perfect example for something like this. For the whole day, he would not eat almost any carbs, just so he could enjoy a Guinness at the end of the day. So that's a great example of something that if you want to have it in your diet, you can. You just have to work around it. So, from this stuff, I am taking 100 grams. So 100 grams of cornflakes. I really like blueberries. They're also not the most cheap fruit there is, so if you want to make it more budget, you can put in another type of fruit, but I also really like this in the morning. So I'm gonna put in 80 grams of these things. And then we're gonna put in 300 milliliters of semi-skimmed milk. And the calories and macros for this meal will be put up in the screen somewhere over here. So yeah, this is my breakfast. I usually eat this very early because I spread out my meals by quite a bit. I have quite a lot of meals, so let's get into the first one. This is breakfast. Okay, so breakfast is done. This is also the pre-workout meal. I usually would go to the gym right now, but then at like 6:30. So now it's 9 and we're going to do a workout at home. So yeah, it's not the best pre-workout meal, I know that, but it gets me through almost every workout, so let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna do a push workout, which is chest, shoulder and triceps. And if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen my home gym setup. So if you're not, go follow me right now. And we're starting off with the bench press. I usually do 5 times 5 with heavy weight, but because I can only go to 75 kilos at home, I just bumped up the reps. So we're going for 5 times 10. So next exercise is the incline bench press, 3 times 8. So next up after the incline bench press is some dumbbell flies, and we do this 3 times for 10 reps. We're done with the chest now, up to the shoulders, and we're starting with a barbell press. We're gonna do this 3 times for 8 reps. So next up is a superset of lateral raises 8 times and front raises 8 times per side. So this is superset. We're gonna do this 2 times. Okay, so we're done with the shoulders now, and we're going to the triceps, and the first exercise we're going to do is the close grip bench press. And you gotta watch your arms to put them close to your body, so you really target the tricep instead of the chest. We're gonna do this 3 sets for 10 reps. No, 20 reps. The last exercise of the day is the tricep kickback, and it is very important to keep your upper arm straight when you do this exercise. So we're done with the workout now, and now we head to our little laboratorium to make up the post-workout shake. So this is my little laboratory, and we're gonna make up a shake. So we're going for 2 scoops of my protein impact whey and 1 big scoop of creatine from my protein. And I have the strawberry cream. So we're gonna add about half a liter of water to this, and the macros for this shake, 2 scoops, are up here. I drink this with water because I think with milk it just tastes too sweet. So you can add milk for more calories, but I just don't like it really much. So this next meal, it is 10:30 or 11-ish right now, is maybe not as glamorous, but we gotta get to the end goal. We gotta get to those 3,500 calories. So it is 10:30 or 11-ish right now, and I call it kind of a pre-lunch, because if you're not used to eating as much as I wasn't used to, I really recommend spreading out the meals. So this is pre-lunch, and we have lunch, and then after lunch, and then we have dinner and some snacks. So I really spread out the meals, and I can really recommend this. But this next meal may not be as glamorous, but it gets us to the goal. So what I do is I take 4 pieces of bread, and I take a lot of chicken or turkey slices, and I put around 3 slices on to the bread, and 3 slices comes out to around 50 grams. So if I do that twice, I have around 100 grams of chicken and 4 pieces of bread, which is kind of a lot of calories and a lot of protein. So yeah, not the most glamorous, but it gets us to the end point, and I think it's quite nice too. So I will be eating this when I'm working or editing, and I will see you back at lunch. Okay, next up is lunch itself. And for lunch we're going to make the typical bodybuilder meal, as I call it. So we're gonna go for chicken breast, rice and broccoli, but we're gonna steam the broccoli in some broth, which makes it taste way better. And we're gonna bake the chicken in the oven. So let's get cooking. We got the oven preheating at 200 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit that is this. We're gonna chicken breast, oil of your choice, and we're gonna get some seasoning of choice. I just have chicken seasoning, so I think that will fit, but let's go. So we're going to get a chicken breast. We're just gonna put them on the plate. Next up, let's sprinkle some seasoning on them. Don't put on too much, because it will get very salty if you put on too much. But you can put on everything you want. I've seen people put on chipotle, I don't know, crazy seasonings, but just put on something you like. Next up, get the oil of your choice and just lightly sprinkle some oil over the chicken breasts. Don't put too much, because oil contains a lot of calories. To keep it from flowing too fast, of course with clean hands, put your thumb on the bottle, so you have a smaller opening, so it comes out less fast. Now we're going to put them into the oven for around 30 to 40 minutes, but you gotta really watch them, check if they are done already, because we got some small pieces and they will be done way faster than the big pieces. So just keep an eye on them so they don't burn or get really dry. So now the chicken is in the oven. We're gonna make our rice and our broccoli. And for the rice, we're gonna take 150 grams of dry rice per portion. So I'm making 2 portions, so that's 300 grams of rice, which is a lot, but we're bulking. And for the broccoli, I'm taking 100 grams per portion, but I've got a special way of making the broccoli. So let's get into it. So for the special way of making broccoli, we're gonna first make 250 milliliters of vegetable broth. I'm using these cubes and we're just gonna make that with hot water. Next up, you're gonna take a big pan, a big frying pan or a wok, where you have a lid for. So I have a lid for this. And first of all, we're gonna fry the broccoli for 1 to 2 minutes. So we're gonna fry it in some oil. And after those 1 or 2 minutes, we're going to add the broth to the broccoli. Turn the fire low. And put your lid on there. So now you're gonna leave this for 6 to 8 minutes. So it's gonna steam up nice and you're gonna have steamed broccoli. So this is the finished product. I do recommend putting something like mahi or something that has a little bit of taste on the rice so it's not as dry. But overall this is a very nice meal. The broccoli like this is very good. I really like it with the steaming in the broth. Oh, and I'm drinking a big glass of orange juice with this. Calories and macros will be up here. And I have, of course, that beautiful meal prep for tomorrow. So let's get into this and I will see you at the next meal. It's dinner time, and for dinner we're going to make a simple pasta sauce with minced chicken, some vegetables, and we're gonna eat a lot of pasta. So let's get cooking. So I got my water getting ready to boil, and first of all we're going to fry the minced chicken in some oil. So while this is frying, we're gonna cut up some garlic. For the rest of the vegetables, I got a mix of Italian vegetables. So we're going to add the cut up garlic to the chicken, and now we can add vegetables. So while that is going, I'm going to put the pasta in the boiling water with a little bit of salt, and I'm going for 150 grams of pasta. So that is a lot, but this is the last big meal of the day, so 150 grams. So when your vegetables are getting soft, I like to add in some herbs, and I have these Italian herbs, and it's just a combination of basil, oregano and some other, but you can put in whatever you want. And then when that's all stirred through, we can put in our pasta sauce. I just have 1 pot of pasta sauce, just right out of the store. It's not expensive, you can just throw it in. And as a tip, take your pot, put a little bit of water in it, and put the lid back on, and give it a little shake, and add this to the pan. You get all of the sauce, and it will make it a little bit thinner so you can cook it in. So now just let that simmer for a little bit and wait for your pasta to be done, and you're all ready to go. So, the evening snack. This is the last meal of the day. It is still quite a big one. I suggest using a little bit of a bigger bowl. But what it is 300 grams of zero fat cottage cheese, which we call kwark in Dutch, just a little fun fact. Within it, a cut up banana and 50 grams of the same cornflakes I ate this morning. And the calories and macros for this meal will be up in this corner. And that concludes the full day of eating. So that brings us to the final results of the day. I got them right here on my computer, and I will put up the goal we set this morning. And now I'm gonna reveal what we have eaten in a total the whole day. So the whole day we have eaten 3,504 calories. So we got 4 calories in the plus. We have 515 grams of carbs, which is a little bit less than the goal was, but you can never exactly get everything exactly on the right gram. It's just almost impossible. So I'm very happy with this number. Next, for fat, we have 53.1. So that's lower. So that's better actually, because less fat is always better. And for protein, we have 230 grams. So that is a lot more than we had to, but more protein never hurt anybody. So yeah, I think this is a very good day to have a clean bulk as a beginner. Really spread out your meals. That's really the biggest point I can give you. Really spread it out if you're not used to eating this much. And just calculate your macros so you can have the things you like. It makes it way more easier. It makes it way easier to keep doing this and to have fun with it, because that's the most important thing. If you eat things you don't want to eat the whole day, it's just not fun anymore, and you're eating against yourself, and it's not fun. So it should be fun, and I hope I've helped you with this. So yeah, that concludes the video. If you like these type of videos, please leave a like, leave a comment if you have any suggestions, or maybe you have some cooking tips for me. And yeah, if you really like this, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.